You made 3 or 4 movies, and 2 is coming, if I'm not wrong. You're like multi-genius. How you want to describe yourself? Which the best way you want to say? I mean, which is the best way to introduce you? Singer or musician or actor or what? Or even a soccer player?
I don't know. I'm also dad. I have 2 daughters. So you know, I create. You know, I create music, acting, and fashion. So entertainment, you know, those things are really, really close. And then I really feel responsible to combine those things and to deliver the good message. So you know, this time, my first time in Bangladesh, it's really, really important to be here as an ambassador for UNHCR, which is a refugee agency of UN. So as you guys know, the Rohingya crisis, the refugee crisis is happening. So, you know, even music or fashion or acting cannot save you right there.
Right.
Yeah, you know, you need food, water, health, and also education. But entertainment, you know, even music can do something. So, as an ambassador, it's really, really important to be here to spread the message to the global world, but at the same time, to be connected to people who had to leave, who had to flee from their country.
Right.
So,
you've been to Cox's Bazar, right?
Yeah.
And how many days you spent there?
It's 2 days.
Okay, and how many places in how many camps, how many people you have visited in
So
Cox's?
basically, we went to Kota Palong, the world's largest settlement.
Right.
So that's basically we went to, and then yeah, we met many families and people who had to suffer in their lives, and then that was really eye-opening experience. And at the same time, the scale of the settlement is really big. They're the biggest settlement. So 80,000 houses, and then 570,000 people are, you know, waiting for new path, a new life. It's crisis. It's huge, and then it's not local issue. It's a global issue. So it's not a problem between Myanmar and Bangladesh. It's not local. It's global issue. So every country, you know, Japan, US, Canada, every single country needs to pay more attention and then get involved. So so I became an ambassador for UNHCR last year.
Okay.
Yeah, but I had no idea, no experience before I met Angelina Jolie, Special Envoy of UNHCR. She's been working for UNHCR over 15 years, even before refugee crisis became popular. You know, she has been working on this issue for a long time, and then simply I got inspired. And then, but the first time I went to a refugee camp in Lebanon, I was scared because I was just a musician, and then I was not.
You have never seen such horrific situation, right?
Yeah, and then I had no knowledge or experience, and I was not as famous as Angie. You know? So I had no idea what to do, but I just went there with the guitar. And then the first moment I played the guitar, I saw the brightness in the kids' eyes. It's really bright, and I felt hope. That's the hope. And even this camp, you know, Kota Palong, it's hard, you know, they just arrived, and then they're looking for, they're still waiting for another step, but kids' eyes, they're not dead yet. Really alive.
Hope.
Yeah, hope, you know, they generate energy, and then they bring hope and then smiles and laughter to people. So that's our responsibility to protect them. You know, I have two daughters, 2 kids. So we are responsible to protect their future. So, and then they are the ones who gonna make our future. So that's our responsibility to give them right education. So the first time I went to refugee camp in Lebanon, you know, as I said, I was really scared, but I played the guitar. Kids went crazy. We were having a great time, and then I wanted let the kids play the guitar. So
Okay.
so I kind of played the chorus.
Yeah.
And then, you know, kids were kind of strumming the strings,
Yeah.
and we made that song. But in the middle of the session, you know, in line, some of the kids started fighting, fist fight, serious fight, you know, punching each other, and then some of the kids started bleeding.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was like, hey, is that okay? You know, I asked the local staff, and they said, okay, just kids are fighting. Just, you know, the kids are fighting. But to me, it's, you know, if they don't get right education,
They will fight.
Yes, and then that causes another conflict in the future.
Right.
So that's really, really important to give them right education. That's a prevention, and then that's our responsibility. And the music can be a part of it. Yeah.
That's very encouraging. I mean, whenever you've been, wherever you've been, whenever you play the music, the kids, they don't know the language, but they know the tone.
Yeah.
It gives them the energy
Yeah.
and vibe,
Yeah.
and that sort of give you encouragement.
Yes.
So, what kind of message you're really bringing to the world from this particular experience of Cox's Bazar?
Acceptance. Yeah. So as you said, the music is a global language.
Right.
So it, you know, it can go beyond any different language or cultures, skin color, religious, anything. You know, music can bring people together. So that's really, really strong. So again, music cannot save you in a battlefield.
No.
You know, I cannot protect anybody with my guitar, you know, against anybody, people who have guns. I cannot do anything, but music might be able to prevent those conflicts in advance. So that's the role of music, and then our responsibility as a musician, you know, as a musician.
Right. On this particular discussion, we have to take a break, and we'll come back after the break, and we'll learn more about your experience and music and stuff like that.
Okay.
দর্শক, আমরা কথা বলছিলাম জাপানি রকস্টার মিয়াভির সাথে। তিনি তার অভিজ্ঞতার কথা বলছিলেন। তিনি বলছিলেন বিভিন্ন দেশে গিয়ে তিনি শরণার্থীদের সাথে কথা বলেছেন। তার কাছে একটাই হাতিয়ার আছে, সেটা হচ্ছে তার গান, তার গিটার প্লেয়িং। এটা নিয়ে সে এগিয়ে যেতে চায় এবং মানুষকে বোঝাতে চায়, বাণীটা পৌঁছে দিতে চায় যে শুধু সংঘাতে কোনো শান্তি মেলে না, শান্তি মিলবে শান্তিতে। দেখা হবে বিরতির পর, সাথে দেখুন, একটু পর ফিরছি।
How much Bangladesh, this country, is supporting this issue, you know. So again, this is my first time in this country. Now I've been seeing the cities and people. To be honest, you know, this country is not that rich, you know, compared to other countries, but it's really, really generous to open their borders for their for your neighbors. This is really, really impressive, and then this is also what the world should witness.
Right.
You know, it's not easy to accept those refugees, you know, people who had to flee from their country, and then this issue is really, really complicated, but it's really generous and also patient. We cannot save people in a battlefield with the guitar, you know, right here, but there's something that we can do, and the inspiration. So music cannot change the world or future right away, but we can change people with music, the idea. So it's really, really similar to education. So to me, education is really, really important. So food, as I said, food, water, health, lifeline is the most important thing to live. But after that, education, that's a prevention. And then that's what we can do with music. So it takes time, because that's the idea. As I said, you know, if the kids cannot share or cooperate, of course they fight, they compete, you know. So that idea or philosophy or moral, you know, all musicians can also spread. So that's what we can do, and it takes time, you know. On
this discussion, we have to take another break. I will come back and we'll discuss more about your careers, right? দর্শক আমরা কথা বলছিলাম মিয়াভির সাথে ইউএনএইচসিআর এর গুডউইল অ্যাম্বাসেডর আলোচনার এই পর্যায়ে একটা বিরতি নিচ্ছি সাথে এখন ফিরছি একটু পর আরো একবার আজকের মুখোমুখিতে কথা বলছিলাম ইউএনএইচসিআর এর গুডউইল অ্যাম্বাসেডর মিয়াভির সাথে জাপানি রকস্টার শুনছিলাম তার ব্যক্তিগত জীবন এবং বিভিন্ন জায়গায় শরণার্থীদের সাথে কথা বলে তার অনুভূতির কথা সে বিষয়ে আরো কিছু জানতে চাই বিং এ গিটারিস্ট you do the slappings normally we see the slappings of a rock star on the bass guitar but you're playing normal guitar or like a lead guitar or even in a rhythm you're like you're very unique so how did you find it I mean how the idea came where the idea came from do you follow any rock star or any senior musician of your country or from abroad?
No, it's a really, really long story, but I just didn't have a pick when I started playing the guitar.
Okay.
I had to slap.
Okay.
So, you know, as a Japanese, as an Asian, you know, I got inspired by many guitarists like Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray, Buddy Guy, great guitarists in the whole world. But the more I play outside of Japan, the more I started feeling, oh, I need to find my own style or, you know, something distinct or unique. Because, you know, if I play like Eric Clapton, nobody cares because you guys already have it. So, especially with the guitar, the rock, funk, blues, dance, you know, Western culture. As an Asian, I thought that's really, really crucial to find some unique way. And then I got an idea from shamisen. Shamisen is the Japanese traditional guitar.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really, really traditional sound. And then it's really important to put your emotion and passion into one note. So it's also, you know, important to have a good groove, rhythm, but more impact and intensity. So the first tone is really, really important. So the moment I slap the strings, that's everything. It's really similar to karate.
Okay.
Or, yeah, it's more like, not the rhythm. Of course, there's a rhythm, but more like that kind of intensity. Is the idea. So I just started playing like that. And also I got influenced by bass players. Yeah. So Max Miller. Yeah. So Larry Graham. So many great slaps bassists.
Yeah.
So I learned from them. But the basic idea is from shamisen.
Thank you so much. It's been absolutely a pleasure talking with you, knowing your experience, and I know you are going to bring the message from here to Japan and throughout the world to stop this conflict and bring peace among the people.
Yeah, man. I mean, thank you so much for having me. And then again, I was really, really inspired to see people here, how generous you are, you know, since this crisis occurred.
So thank you so much for coming and visiting and sharing your experience.
Thank you.
দর্শক আমরা কথা বলছিলাম জাপানি রকস্টার ইউএনএইচসিআর এর গুডউইল অ্যাম্বাসেডর মিয়াভির সাথে একসাথে কাজ করতে চাই আমরা সারা বিশ্বে শান্তি আনতে চাই আর কোনো শিশুকে যেন এভাবে নিজের জীবনের হুমকি নিয়ে মিয়ানমার কেন যে কোনো দেশ থেকে যে কোনো দেশে পালিয়ে দিতে হয় প্রতিটা মানুষ নিরাপদ থাকুক সুস্থ থাকুক